So I've been thinking about it a lot, and I just wonder if I'm really controversial. A couple weeks ago, I made a video called My Most Controversial Album Reviews So Far. And in my head, I was like, which ones do I pick? Because which ones do I deem as controversial? Because it's such a strong word, and I feel like it's used for different reasons, and it just got me thinking, how controversial am I really? And there's three reasons why that I put down people would think that I'm controversial, and then in the end, I'm going to give you the answer as to if I think, in my opinion, if I'm controversial or not. So, I think the first thing I really want to talk about, this is specifically has to do with the album reviews in general, and maybe some other videos where I do like song versus song, or unpopular opinions. So, just take this as you will, but the first thing I realize is I do my research, but I don't necessarily do it thorough enough, and I'm willing to admit that. There's just some albums where, yeah, I'll take the time and research and look at things, but for the most part, I'm not going to spend my whole day researching this album, because in the end, the really only thing I care about is the music, and if there's a story that goes with the music, I'll look it up, but I'm just looking to see how good the music is. That really is it, and I think people have got on me for that before. Like, oh, well, the meaning of this song, if you would have knew what it meant, it might have changed you, and sometimes it does, other times it's just like, yeah, but again, just because a song may have a good meaning, that still doesn't make it good in this case, so my opinion doesn't necessarily change. But I do feel like sometimes I just don't feel like researching that much. I get enough to where I know what I'm talking about, and the rest is just like, that could just be added bonus shit for later. Next is, I think people find me to be attacking the artist when that's not the case. I don't think my point in an album review or anything to do with reviewing the music is attacking the artist. Again, I think I'm just more just attacking the music in this sense. I probably should have worded that differently. I'm critiquing the music, I'll say that. Like, it's not that I get really pissed off about a song, it's just that I think when it comes to listening to the song, I get annoyed, and then, it sounds like I'm just bashing the artist nonstop, which, I will say I have bashed artists. I wouldn't have retired Justin Bieber if I just didn't get tired of him making the same old shit over and over and over again, and just making it repetitive bashing sounding for me when I talk about him, but I never want to attack the artist, because again, even if they're a shit human being who is making music, I always tend to separate that from the actual person in itself, so sometimes I just come off as condescending, I guess. And the last thing, I think, is that I feel like the most controversial thing you can do is say what you feel. It happens everywhere, other than just outside of music. Politics, I think, is a big example of this, where, you have the side that you're on, you have your favorite candidate or candidates, and you might have some controversial opinions to some because it may be what you think, but not others think. And music acts in the same way. You have your favorite bands, your favorite genres, your favorite artists, and you may like what somebody else doesn't like, or you may dislike what somebody else likes, and when you say what you feel, instead of what I feel like a lot of other reviewers, not necessarily the ones I watch, but I have seen music reviewers where they'll just give everything a good grade, like everything they listen to has to be good, because they're scared of, I guess, the mainstream fan bases of these bands and artists to attack them, which is just like, yo, if you truly think an album is shit, then say it. Give us the reason why you think it's shit. If you truly think an album is good, don't be afraid to say it's good because other people or majority of people are saying that the album's terrible. You enjoy what you enjoy, and that's just how it should go, and that's how I go about my album reviews. I rank them from 0 to 10 on enjoyment, and the more I enjoy the album, the higher the rating goes up, and the less I enjoy the album, the rating goes down. So yeah, I just think that, again, what I say is what you would expect from me when it comes to reviewing the album. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you about a certain album or song or band. It's just what I truly think, and my intentions aren't to change your opinion. I think it's just more of a recommendation of, hey, go listen to this album if you want to, or don't listen to this album because it's bad. I'm not telling you to do that. I'm just saying it's recommended by me, but others might tell you otherwise, and if you're that tempted to take a listen, then take a listen. I would never tell you to don't listen to this person, don't listen to that person. I go maybe like, why do people listen to this person? But at the same point in time, I try to find an understanding as to why people may storm to somebody, and I just respect the fact that there's a fan base for everything, and when you disagree with that fan base, of course they're going to come after you because they want to defend their favorite band and artist at all costs, because sometimes to some people everything their favorite musician does is good, when in reality that's not the case. So I guess answering the question, am I controversial? And the answer isn't yes or no. I think it depends on the person. It depends on who you are. If you come to this channel and you're more of a pop fan than you are, say, of like rock and rap, and I talk crap about a pop album but always like praise rap and rock albums, then of course you might find me controversial because I'm not a mainstream pop guy. Or, if you like metal and I dislike this one metal album and whatnot, your fists are gonna clench and you're gonna be like, this guy sucks. He's so controversial because he says stuff that isn't what the minority thinks, and it's just like, I get it. I understand. When your opinion differs from people, they're going to find you controversial, whereas other people won't necessarily find you controversial, because in the end, I don't think I've said anything that would spark a controversy. Obviously, I may have said some things like, this song sucks when a lot of people like it, or this album sucks when a lot of people like it. That may seem controversial, but in the end, I'm not here to do shock value. I'm just here to tell the truth again, and I think some people just have, or not the truth. I shouldn't say the truth, because opinion is not really truth. I'm just saying I'm giving you what I think is the truth for me as to whether I like it or not. I'm telling you how I really feel, and some people just don't take it real well, and then it becomes a whole thing of, this guy's controversial because he thinks AJR is terrible and I love them. It's like, think what you think, love what you love. I'm not going to stop you, and again, nobody should stop you from listening to what you want to listen to. If it's something you enjoy and genuinely makes you happy, then go for it. But when it's not for me, I'm going to tell you when it's not for me, and that's all I'll leave it at in this case. I'm going to regret it, but you can tell me in the comments below if you think I'm controversial at all. What's a controversial opinion I may have had on this channel to you? But in the end, again, I think the word controversial is very weird, because with everything, it just depends on who you are and what you think, and I think speaking what you truly believe in is the biggest controversial thing you can say as a person, so it definitely is interesting. But yeah, that's it for me. Stay safe out there, wear your mask, and until then, I will catch you all in the next one.